Hello everyone, this is Tim, and this is going to be a quick little video where I went through all my RPG books and box sets, and I tried to find the best covers or box tops, the ones that I appreciated the most. So at number 10 comes in the Player's Handbook from Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. It just it makes you want to go up there and just pluck the eyes out of that idol, and it really just shows you what you do in an RPG campaign. You see various characters doing things, and it's very appealing to look at. Number 9 in my top 10 is the Book of Ebon Bindings by M.A.R. Barker for the Tekumel setting. The cover is dark, and the contrast with the gold symbols and lettering just kind of is very striking. It's also one of my favorite books, so there's a lot of nostalgia in there. This is a very dark book filled with a lot of in-setting descriptions of the ways to summon these demons in the Tekumel setting. Number 8 on the list is the Lamentations of the Flame Princess product called A Red and Pleasant Land. This is by Zach S. I really enjoy Zach's artwork. There's not a huge amount of it here, but I love the embossed cover, the way it feels in your hand, and it's just a gorgeous book. The colors used and the way a lot of this stuff is, it's not really quite monochromatic. I don't know how would you describe his artwork, but it's very striking, and I just enjoy looking at it. Number 7 on the list is Vampire the Masquerade. This one could arguably be higher in the list because it just stands out so much from other RPG covers. I saw some of the alternate artwork that they were going to use for this book, and they really made the right decision going with the rose and that sort of painting look in the background. I don't actually know what it is. It's very appealing there with the dark sort of chasm. It almost seems like a rose is falling down into this dark recess below your feet. It's very appealing. I found myself looking at the cover really every time I run Vampire before a session, and it's always inspiring. Coming in at number 6 is the Lamentations of the Flame Princess Deluxe Edition or Grindhouse Edition. I have the Deluxe one. I never actually got a hold of the Grindhouse, but this is the one you'll see in the store, at least it used to, with like a censor strip over the nudity. But this is great. Something about James Raggi just has inspired me to support creative freedom of artists, of musicians, of RPG enthusiasts around the world. It's just an inspiring image, and it's one that I think could fit in some of my own settings as well. It looks very cold and isolated, dark, and the picture kind of shows you what James talks a lot about in Lamentations, about monsters being unique entities and not necessarily like a race or a species, where the thing you encounter, there's only one of them, and it's awful and horrible and terrifying. For number 5, we have the Middle-earth role-playing Citadel minus Tirith cover. I love this encounter in Lord of the Rings, and you all know that I'm pretty much a big Tolkien fan. I got a tattoo of him on my arm. But for this encounter right here between the Witch King and Gandalf, I think it's done just beautifully. I think when I conceive of some Lord of the Rings scenes, this is one that's in the probably top 5 of those kind of encounters. But just look at the artwork. I believe that's Angus McBride. I love a lot of the Rolemaster and Middle-earth covers from that era. But yeah, just look at that and just sit there in awe. Number 4 on the list is Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, the Dungeon Master's Guide. There's an alternate cover that I think other people prefer, the original one, but I like this one. There's something about those doors opening and the hints of all the treasure and encounters you're going to have. You see the key there, so it kind of brings up images of like Ghostbusters and being the key master. I'm not actually sure the title of this illustration, but it's one of my favorites. It just sort of invites you to come in there, open the windows of perception, perhaps, and to evoke your imagination around the game table. My love for Middle-earth continues to shine. For number 3, we have the Lord of the Rings adventure game, which was put out by Iron Crown Enterprises. This was one of the first RPGs I ever was given by my mother, and it's just gorgeous. It's that scene between Eowyn and the Witch King, which again is one of my favorite scenes in Lord of the Rings, and just the way it's illustrated. Her hair might be a little bit puffier than I would like. I picture Eowyn/Durnhelm with like straight blonde hair, but other than that, the Witch King and his flying beast there, and the horse. It's just beautiful. For number 2, we have the Rolemaster Standard System Spell Law. I believe this is Angus McBride again, though I could be wrong. I just love the action and just the detail work that's in here. You see the shadows and the lights, the casting of a spell. It just looks desperate. It looks like they're about to die. And it has like a sort of a dark vibe to it. It's also one of my favorite books. I really enjoyed flipping through the Spell Law when I was a kid, and I still do from time to time. But yeah, it's just there's so much action going on. It sort of just draws your eye into it. At the top of the iceberg at number 1, we have Changeling the Lost from the New World of Darkness line. When I look at this cover, first of all, it's very, very shiny and reflective. Smooth, but it's jagged. It looks painful. It almost looks like you're just gonna lose some of your soul holding onto the book itself as the thorns drag at you, tear away your clarity. It's a beautiful book, beautiful cover, and the themes of abuse have always struck home with me. It's a very appealing looking book, and it's one that I've seen like even non-role players come up and look at, just like, wow, what is that? So yes, this book here, Changing the Lost, is my favorite cover. But what are your favorite covers? If you feel like putting it down below in the description, you're more than welcome to. Although it'd be kind of cool to get some video responses to this. See what different tastes people have, what covers they prefer over others. But yeah, that'd be cool to see. Thank you, everybody, and I'll talk to you later.